Hey y'all, it's your girl Meesh, and welcome to a new year of the episode Love Meesh podcast, where I share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, but no subject is off limits. It's a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. So welcome to my world, and let the conversation continue. Hey loves, and welcome to another episode of Love Meesh podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Out of all the podcasts in the world, you clicked on this one, and I thank you so very much. And I hope that you learned something today. I hope something resonates with you. Everything that I share is just something that I learn and implement in my life, and I just can never ever keep it to myself. So what do? I share, because what? Sharing is caring. So today's episode is basically about who am I? Who are you? We spend our whole lives figuring out everybody else. My mom, my dad, my siblings, my cousins, my significant other, my kids, my boss. What about you? Who are you? What triggered this is, if you love to read books, me and my sister, we manage Love Meesh Publishing on Instagram. So you can do LM Publishing and it'll come up. And we received an email from Piccadilly. Piccadilly is a journal company. And they actually reached out to us and was like, hey, if we send you a book, could you do a giveaway to one of your fans? And I was like, oh my God, our first freaking promotion. So it's so funny that I bought the book maybe 1 or 2 years ago from Five and Below. If you guys have not been to Five and Below before, please go. My top stores are Dollar Tree, freaking Family Dollar, Five and Below. Them my stores, okay? When I was in the business world, I learned that all of these products come from the same manufacturers. The only difference could be branding. I could make a cup for you yellow. I could make a cup for her green. It's the same cup. She might put her logo on it and charge $50. You might not have a logo and yours is in a dollar store, but it's the same freaking cup. So I don't let stores, brands, and all of that good stuff fool me. It's your money. You spend your money however you want. You're going to spend it anyway, so nobody could ever keep it. Even if you save it, it's going to end up going somewhere to somebody. So the question really is, how do you want to spend your money? And we all spend our money lavishly in one area. And things that I can get from Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Five and Below ain't one of them for me personally. So back to the book. I got this book 1 to 2 years ago from Five and Below, and it's called 20,000 Questions About Me. I actually bought... I'm surprised I didn't pull them out. I actually brought a couple of other journal books as well. The other one is called Adultish. Record Your Highs and Lows on the Road to the Real World. And then the other one was called You're Weird, a creative journal for misfits, oddballs, and anyone else who's uniquely awesome. And these were kind of like doodle artsy books. Like, I don't journal, and I guess I wanted to step into the journal world, and I kind of started here. And it's just been life-changing. We all really should journal. Journal, blog, podcast, whatever you want to do. Have a best friend, vent, get a therapist. It has to come out. It can't stay in, point being. So this amazing book, 2,000 Questions About Me, by Piccadilly. You can go to www.piccadillyinc.com. They're amazing. So we did our raffle. They actually sent me a book. I actually bought 2 books from Amazon. I gave one to my little sister and one. We had 2 winners. So Piccadilly gave a book, I gave a book, and then I gave another book for my sister so that she could do her own personal review. And I haven't even finished the 2,000, so I'm still working on this. And y'all, didn't I say 2, 3, 1, 2 years ago? Guess what question I'm on? 195. And it's not, I guess you could sit down and go through all of them. I kind of skip around sometimes. But they do make you think, like, wow, okay. So, yeah, I'm not even going to say 195 because I skipped around. Let me see. It's a few. I'm just flipping through. It's a few pages way ahead that I done did. And when I sit down to journal, I usually just do one page. So if you are new to journaling or have thought about journaling or don't even know where to begin, this is a good prompt. It'll kind of get your mind going. It'll ask you one question and all these different answers will come to your head. And that's a journal entry. So I wanted to go over a couple of them. I'm going to do some that I've already done, and then I'm going to do some new ones. So these are the ones that I've already done. What is your greatest regret? Not going to college, FAMU. Oh my God, y'all. I had an opportunity to go to FAMU. My parents went down there with orientation, everything, y'all. I got to spend the night. I was in a room with 2 other girls in my dorm. We was able to take a bath, brush our teeth in the bathroom. We was able to do orientation. We learned the little dance that they do. We had like a little party, and the step sorority girls invited me to come try out. Like, all of this is on 1 to 2 nights, y'all. Had to take the freaking SATs, bombed them bitches. And I was mad because I already passed. I had already had my test scores with my mom. But when we got to the counter with the lady, she was like, Mom, bye. She's grown. She got it. And my mom took all the paperwork with her. So we tried to tell the professor, like, here are my scores. He's like, oh, well, she's already taken them. She's going to have to do remedial. Remedial what? Like, I never failed a grade or anything like that. So remedial what? I turned down AP classes because who finna do more work? Who? Now, I didn't realize. This is why I messed up. And I'm going to put this on my kids. They may hate me. When you do take those college placement courses, you could finish 2 years of college in high school. So that means when you do go to high school, you will be a junior. Everybody else will be a freshman. You've already completed your freshman, sophomore year. You're jumping in there as a junior. That means junior, senior, figure that shit out, move the hell on. Less money, right? I'm thinking, who want to do more work? Girl, I end up doing, to my girl, whoever's listening, I did the same work. I might as well have done it in high school. It literally is a repeat of high school. So just think of a parent that's got married, that has kids, and has decided to go back to college. It's giving them a refresher. Fresh out of high school, what I need to repeat this for? I literally just did this shit. So I digress. I was completely upset about that. I think that was one of the reasons that persuaded me. I'm not gonna go and do no fucking. It was so beneath me, like remedial class. Like, I was so fucking offended. Remedial classes. Do you hear the disgust in my voice? Anyway, and then my mom was like, your sister's right behind you. We don't really have a lot of money. We're trying to get you a car. I can't pay for them both. Do you want this car or do you want to go to college? I chose the car. I also was in love, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen there. And so, for all the wrong reasons, I stayed. But I say that that's a regret. But y'all, what if I would have went? And universe knows. So what if I would have went? Was boy crazy? First plane back home pregnant. Who knows what that future would have been? Or STD, or I don't know, flunked, or I don't know, like overdose. Like, I don't know why we always think of the bad thing. Good things could have happened too. But I always like to say, if it's meant to be, it will happen. And if it's not, it won't. I strongly believe that we have angels and spirit guides and ancestors. And we can't really see this whole picture, but they're kind of guiding us along the way. And if they can see some things ahead, they're like, So I don't know. That's just my personal deep. Well, I don't want to say it's a regret, but I would, you know how they say there's parallel universes? If I could look at the parallel universe of me actually going to FAMU, I think that would make me happy. Like, oh, she did go, and oh, she met this guy, and like, just to see. Sometimes you just want to see what the outcome would have been. So when I do look back in life, if you ever hear me say regret, it's literally not a regret. It's almost like a what if. What would that have been? Can I just see a picture of that? Can I see a snapshot of that? A day in the life of. That's usually what I'm feeling. But, it's not the end of the world. I can sign up for FAMU right now and do their doctorate's degree program if I wanted to. So yeah, it's never really too late for a lot of choices. So the next one is, how would you like to die? My answer was peacefully. Like, sometimes it be just these outrageous, like, why she gotta be raped and strangled? You know, like, or, why does he have to be in a coma for 6 months before the family let him go? Or why does it have to be this gruesome car accident? You know, it's always, like, horrific. Why can't it just be like, you know, like a peaceful sleep for everybody? Like, why can't the only way to get out has to be a peaceful sleep? I don't know why we all have, I don't know. But I do feel like when you do die, you don't even feel it. You're just on to the next. I think it happens so fast, on to the next. Because when I was in a car accident, I swear everything was going so fucking fast. And it was actually, I think I was spinning in my car, me and my brother. And I think it was going so fast that my body, my mind, my eyes, all of that couldn't keep up, and it actually slowed down. So it was slow motion. So you know how you look at the cartoons and they're running and their head is way back, but their legs are 10 feet ahead? That's what, if you could imagine that, that's what I'm trying to say. So the car was going so fast, but on this plane, on this existence, like, I literally couldn't move that fast. So it actually went very slow for me. Like, but it was really going fast at the same time. So I don't know. What is your motto? I put well. Like, if you know me, I always say well. And it is what it is, because it honestly is. And it ain't what it ain't too. Next. And I'll buy another one. So if you know me, all of those ring true to me. Like, sometimes when I have discussions with people, and I don't know, this is just because I'm growing. I am 30 years old. I've experienced different things. And so things that used to matter don't anymore. And I used to be so one-minded. Like, if it's not Jamisha's way, it's wrong, or it's the highway. And I have come to learn that that's not true. There's so many different perspectives in life. Who are you to ever say that someone else is wrong? Even if they are wrong, just think, in your point of view, they are wrong. But in their point of view, they are not wrong. So the best way that I can explain is, I remember seeing a picture. It was like 3 different pictures. And the first one was just one shape. And the light was shining on that one shape. Y'all probably heard me say this a million times already. And the shadow on the wall was that one shape, right? The next picture had 2 shapes. Let's say that first one was a triangle. The second one was a triangle and a circle. So we have 2 different shapes. But now we have 2 different lights shining in 2 different directions. So what do we see on the shadow wall now? We see a circle and a triangle. Now that triangle can't say, Mr. Circle, you a triangle. See, look at the wall. And the circle can't say, see, Mr. Triangle, I'm a circle. Look at the circle on the wall. Because that's not true for the other individual. If a light is shining off of me and I'm a freaking triangle, it's a triangle on the wall. There's no way you can tell me it's a circle. So the last picture I saw, it was so many shapes, y'all. It literally was just think of a ball. And on that ball, you got different shapes. You glue different shapes all around it to cover up the ball. And then you shine different lights. So when you look at the wall this time, how many shapes do you see? Top, right, bottom, left. It's all the fucking shapes is on the wall. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't say right and wrong anymore. I don't even believe in that. Because it's not true. It's not true at the end of the day. I have to realize that I was raised a certain way with different beliefs and different morals and different whatever that makes up me, Jamisha. And my siblings don't even share that, because even though we have the same parents, we had the same household, we still had different experiences, and different experiences mold you differently and give you different points of view. And also the own research that you do and molding and developing yourself. So just because you come out of the same household, it's still different answers. So just imagine outside of the household, how many other examples. This shit never ends. So when it comes to conversations now, I think I'm just going to be quiet because I don't want to lose any friendships over some shit that don't matter. Because that's honestly how I feel. You are entitled to your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I am too. And I think this is why I get it so much. Nobody will ever tell me what to say or think. Because how I was raised, that was taken away from me. So I'll be damned if I let anybody take it away from me now. And my kids are going to have so much freedom. They're probably going to be unruly. And I'm probably going to have to tell them to mind their manners around other people and to be free with me. Because it takes a long time to develop that freedom. And if it takes you too long to develop, you extra wild with it. And I think that's how I am. Versus if you've already had it for a long time, it's more controlled. So if I don't want somebody to control me and what I say and what I think and what I feel, why would I want to put that on someone else? I can't. Because I love me so much, I can't even put that on someone else. So that's, and again, this is just how I see the world. So that means everybody else might not. And so I'm going to just be quiet. I'm going to learn to observe other people's points of view. I kind of feel bad though, because I think there's different levels in life. Like, for example, let's say there's a bunk bed. When you're sitting on the bottom of the bunk bed, you're looking at everything eye level, right? Let's say it's a 3-level bunk bed. You're sitting in the middle of the bunk bed. Not only can you see eye level, but you can look down at one, right? And then let's say you're sitting on the 3rd bunk bed. So you can see eye level, which is probably the top of the TV, the ceiling, probably could touch the ceiling. You could look down at level 2 and level 1. I think when you grow and develop, you do rise. And I hate to say look down on other people because, nobody is better than anyone else. But as far as perspectives, you can look down. Like, oh, I see where you're coming from, but I surpassed that, thought process. I see things differently now. And instead of being aggressive about it, I'm just going to start being observant about it. Because people, and I do know people will only understand at their level of understanding, which sucks. It sucks on so many levels. And even too, like I used to be a freaking, what do they call it? Reality TV junkie. Like, my favorite show is The Kardashians, y'all. I'm probably 2 seasons behind. And, I be looking at YouTube and learning and reading and stuff. I have plenty of time to turn it on and catch up. It's just not important. I'd rather figure out what vitamins I need to be putting in my body. Get some exercise in for the day, read a book, learn more about myself, learn more about spirituality, dig into my ancestors and figure out who they were because our DNA is connected. I don't want to say things don't matter because you do learn different things in life. But I think we have a lot of work to do before we use this leisure time. And I think a lot of people are using leisure time and not doing what they need to do. Like, this is the age of internet. A lot of stuff that's happening should not be happening. And I'm going to blame myself. It shouldn't have took me 33 years to be serious about my fucking credit. Are you kidding me? I've had Google since middle school. So I hope I'll be able to pass that on to my kids to like get a grip on reality a lot faster. And then just kind of tell them, once you learn the basics, now you can wild out. Because you'll be able to wild out more knowledgeably. Like I know somebody that don't smoke or drink. Very healthy, very fit. And it's a health thing. It's a conscious thing. It's a mental thing. It's a control thing. So if that person decides to drink, they have so much knowledge backing it that they can actually drink or smoke responsibly. But everybody else, I'm pretty sure, not pretty much responsible. Just, looking for an escape or chill or whatever. So that's a whole nother podcast. Let me go into the next question. do you like watching reruns? And I put only Poetic Justice. Now, it's not only Poetic Justice. It could be Brown. It's a couple of movies. Brown Sugar, Home Alone 2. It's a couple of movies that really stick to my heart that I could watch over and over and over and over. American Tail. I got my best friend DVD right now. I need to give it back to her. All the Disney movies, and I just got a new phone, right? So now I have Disney Plus free for a year. I'm finna watch because I always said I'm gonna watch all the Disney movies with my kids. Well, I don't have kids yet, but I'm gonna watch all the movies. But you won't catch me watching other stuff. Like people, they can repeat Friday and all that. That's not my movie. You won't catch me watching a lot of movies. It's only I probably got about 5 movies that I could watch over and over and over and tell you the names. But everything else is like, once I see it and I see it again, it's like a rerun, and I hate it. Because that happens to me in real life. When I have a dream or a vision, it's like, this is deja vu. And when I look at a movie, it's like, I get that same feeling and I hate it. But in a movie, I literally just watch this. In real life, I'm like, what's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen? This feels like deja vu. So I don't like that feeling. So the next question is, have you ever won any kind of contest yourself? I put like at baby showers or parties, never nothing major. But I take that back. I do remember I called 93.3 to beat, and I entered in a chance to win a new car. And it was 3 people that were picked, and the first 2 keys didn't work, and my key was the last one. Y'all, guess what the fuck? I was in North Carolina. He was like, you're going to have to come down here and get it. I know there's no way I could come back. Are you kidding me? And I just was like, damn, I could have won a fucking car. Now, that would have been awesome. So I just remember that. And sometimes it be like that. When you write, stuff don't come to mind. And then if you come back to it, other things will pop up in your memory. What gives you cheap thrills? Discounts, buy one, get one, sales, freebies. Those are cheap thrills to me. What do you think is worth waiting for? Everything. Getting something too fast is worthless. Take your time. Savor it. Now, it's funny that I say that. It is true. And even though I know it to be true to the core, I still hate fucking breeding. I honestly feel like sometimes I feel like I've already lived this life. I already have reached all of my milestones. So let's say, I graduated high school. I got my degrees. I got my job. I got my house. I got my husband. I got my kid. Da 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 da. And then I had to start this shit back over. That's how I be feeling sometimes. And I'm like, come on. That's what I mean by deja vu. Like, why is this shit so slow? Like, I've done it already. Like I know what the finish line is. Like, this shit again. So I think that's where my impatience comes from. And maybe that's how life is. If you don't get it right, that shit rewind. Oh, y'all, that could be a good podcast. What if you die and live your same life over and over and over? Although you can make different choices until you make the right choices to get you out of this shit. Like a lot of these movies probably trying to tell us the truth. Like Maze Runner, I haven't seen that yet. But I think my sister said there's 2 of them now. But yeah, what if it's like that? Like, okay, I hope you remember a few things because you finna do this shit right over again. And we think we died, but we all stuck here. Okay, let's see. Are you an organ donor? If so, why or why not? I put yes, but they're killing people daily and I need to change that ASAP. I think I did change it because I'm pretty sure I lose my license, my wallet, everything so much. I'm pretty sure I changed it already, but I moved and I know my address ain't updated. But that is true, y'all. Talking about save somebody else's life. Hell nah. So you could kill me and give it to them because they want to live and I don't put on here, give my organs away, which is probably get me out of low key, go ahead and kill me, get me out of this shit. No, that ain't what I mean. I mean, when I'm good and gone, instead of burying my organs, put them bitches to use. But I think they do what they want to do anyway. So whether you put organ donor or not, are you a corner? Are you in that hospital 24 hours seeing what they're doing with that body? Do you go in the casket and open up, make sure the organ's there? No, 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 no. So do we really know? No. Okay. Should parenting classes be mandatory for new parents? Yes. I'm researching now, even though I don't have any kids on the way. So one of my friends gave me a book, 0 to 5. And 0 to 5. And I'm just so intrigued about everything. I even have a nonprofit with my sisters. Kids really do intrigue me. I love them so much. They're so funny. I don't see how parents can discipline, because I be laughing so much. Like, did that just happen? Oh, we throwing stuff? Like, it's just gonna be so freaking funny for me. Like, I'm happy that I don't have kids right now, because I'm still learning and growing and, figuring things out. And I honestly want to put them in a house. I don't want to be moving every year and not have enough space for them to run around. I want to go outside and play in the backyard. I don't want to have a playground for them and different stuff like that. Like, it's things that my parents gave me. And, of course, I want to give more to my kids. So I'm glad that I don't have them yet in that aspect, but I do want them. I am getting older, and, time waits for no one. I don't want to be too old and can't really do anything with them. But, yeah, I am researching and learning things about them. I'm a part of all these mommy groups and everything. And I actually want twins, but if God want to throw an extra in enough for triplets, that'd be amazing too. I want a big family. I want a family of 7. And I want us to take a family picture with numbers 1 to 7. I think it'll be so cute. But I'm still learning. Like, I'm learning new recipes and how to make like toothpaste and mouthwash and different things from scratch, like a homestead. And that'll help us save money as a family as well. And I want to be able to pass down things to them traditionally. Like, mommy taught me how to make toothpaste. And my kids might be like, mine using this baking soda and mint. I'm going to go buy some toothpaste. That's fine. But they're going to know there's fluoride in there and all this other stuff. But I choose to do it this way. And that's what I want to give my kids, a choice. I want to teach them 2 paths and let them choose. So if my partner, which I'm pretty sure is going to eat meat and everything else, that's fine. Because I'm going to learn from them. They're going to learn from me. And I'm a Libra too. So, we like to have things balanced. So they'll be like, Dad does it this way. Mom does it this way. And they will be balanced individuals. They will be little Librians. They will get that from their mother. They will learn 2 ways of life. And they'll be able to have such an amazing experience with those 2 different points of views. So, anyways, the next one is, what is the number one thing people are always asking you for help with? I put advice as if I got my shit together, but I'm be honest with you, I give amazing advice. When I look at my horoscope, and I'm going to go over those things because that's all about me. I'm very intuitive. I can look at a movie. I could walk into a room and tell if someone's fighting. I usually can tell if someone's cheating or being dishonest and different things like that. And I always fight myself like, no. But it is what it is. And I just always know when something isn't right. I'm always timid. What I haven't figured out is how to break it down. Should I tell this person? Are they going to be mad at me for telling the truth? Because, everybody can't handle the truth. Are they going to be mad at me for telling the truth? Should I just keep it to myself and let them find out? I really just don't want them to be mad at me for telling them. Like, who wants to hear? Like, who wants to be the one to be like, man, your husband just killed somebody. I don't want to tell you that. I want you to find that shit out on your own. Now you going to be looking at me side-eye. Am I trying to break you up? This, that, other. Bitch, no. We all want you to be happy. Shit, I want to be happy. But even when I look at movies, like I'll tell my family and friends, like, I haven't seen this before, but I'll call it like it is. And it's not like I see a vision, because it's not me seeing, it's a feeling. It's an inner feeling and an inner knowing. Like, and it just comes out of my mouth. Like, she gonna drive the car off the cliff. She gonna drive the car off the cliff. And then sure enough, that's what I told you. Never saw the movie in my life. Now, some movies are predictable, but when I tell y'all I do this with every TV show, with every movie, I don't know. Even in, like, live motion. Like, if something fall, I'd be like, damn, I said don't drop the cup. Sometimes it happens to me, too. It's so crazy. But I know that's a gift, and I'm going to look into it more and tweak it. And, you know, whatever gifts we have, we are supposed to be developing them. So I'm going to make sure I do that as well. But when it comes to my life, I don't be getting them answers sometimes. So I'm going to start journaling, like, how are you missing these clues, boo? You got clues for everybody else but yourself. And I probably do. I probably definitely overlook them or whatever else. So it's time to start journaling. And not only that, messages can come to you in colors and shapes and animals and tarot cards and people and songs and TV shows and movies, magazines, or just sitting down and meditating. Maybe a voice will come whisper in the wind. So maybe I just need to be a little more quiet and seek those answers. Maybe that's why I'm not able to hear them. What movie did you love the original but hate the sequel? Bring It On, Save the Last Dance, Center Stage, Rugrats. Yeah, it's funny because I sent a message to Rugrats and asked them to make a show where they were all grown up. And I feel bad because that show ended. But look at The Simpsons. Look at Family Guy. Same shit. And they're still going. So I'm sorry, Rugrats. Because I swear once I sent that letter, that All Grown Up came out. Because I was like, I want to see how they are grown up and in school and stuff. And that's when All Grown Up came out. So, yeah. And I do be having a lot of ideas. Maybe the ideas aren't for me, but I don't mind sharing them. And that's another thing. Okay. So someone once said you can't take advice from someone that doesn't have that result. And I think that's BS. I don't have an 800 credit score right now, but I guarantee you I can show you how to get it. You want to know why? You might not have the obstacles on your credit score that I do. I have a bankruptcy. It's going to take me a minute to get to 800, but I be damn I'm sure going to get there. So with that being said, if you don't have a bankruptcy and I tell you the same things that I'm doing, you're going to get there faster. What do you mean you can't take advice from somebody that's not there where you come from? I hate when people say that. Oh, so because somebody married, they can't give you an advice? Oh, because she divorced, she can't give you advice? Absolutely. That's the one that you need to be sitting down talking to. She know where she fucked up at, and if you just listen to her, you can avoid them. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm just going to start listening to people because one thing about a Libra that you'll read in all of our horoscopes, that people think we're two-sided, two-faced. We aren't. We see two sides of every fucking thing. If you... Okay, let's say it was a girl and a boy, and the boy cheated on the girl. I will understand why the boy cheated, and I will understand why the girl's upset. I'm not picking sides. I understand both. You fucking wrong, you fucking wrong. That's what y'all gonna do. And I don't think people like that. But that's just how I'm made. Blame it on the time and date and place that I was born. Okay, so that was 2,000 questions about me. And this book is so amazing. I can't wait to finish it and give it to my kids one day, or my significant other, or get one for my significant other and find out more about them. And that's coming too, y'all. I'm manifesting that. So when you see your girl all on Lover's Lane, just know. Okay. That I was preparing for that shit. So, I'm working on a project for myself, and then I'm going to make another one for everybody else. But it's just putting different things together on a book about you. And I'm going to give the credit to Miss Sharita, my spiritual advisor, because she said, make a book of self, a book of shadows, a book of you. She's like, girl, I don't wrote everything about myself. You need to, too. She said, it's a long time ago, and I never did. So, the first thing that you could do is write down your name. So in my notebook, I have my name Jamisha in big letters. On the second page, I have my family tree. So this book is going to be all about you, but you can't talk about you without first talking about where you came from, your family, your heritage. So I wrote down my mom, my dad, their parents, their siblings, my siblings, my nieces and nephews, just to kind of give them a good foundation. And I got a tree, family tree, templates.com. And let's see. The next thing I did was I went to... Hold on, let me flip the page so I can give you the website. Oh, there was a question. What is the birth story of your name? So my name is Jamisha. My mom was having a boy, and her best friend was having a girl. And so my mom bought boy things. Her best friend brought girl things. And my parents had already had a daughter, so I was going to be the boy, so I would be the junior, right? But when my mom had me, the doctor said, oh shit, it's the girl. Now, I'm a very sexual creature and there's nothing, wrong. I don't have two parts, so I don't know what's going on with the doctor, but I honestly feel like in my heart to heart, God wanted me to send me here as a boy, and I was like, hell no, I am not going there as no man. You better put me in a female body or I'm not doing it. Like, I honestly feel like, hell no. No. Like, I love everything about being a woman. I love that we are both parts. Well, all of us are, of course. But when I say that, well, let me just give you an example. How many women you know are raising their kids, working, all by themselves? How many men you know that are raising their kids, working, all of that, by themselves? The women outnumber the men. I only feel that way is because the women can handle it, not so much the men. Even if a man gets a divorce, he marries so quickly after, a woman will be just fine until she decides to do it again, if she wants to do it again. And I don't know if that's because the woman cooks, cleaning, all that good stuff, and he just ain't with it, or if he really just can't. So I think as a woman, we have more attributes with us than a man. I think men can be, strong and intelligent and all this other stuff. But I think women just go so far beyond. I don't know, y'all. I honestly think Eve was created first, and from her came Adam. That's just, in my hearts of hearts, I kind of feel like that's how it is. I really do, y'all. I don't know. I just really do. So, anyways, I love everything about being a woman. We could be a damsel in distress. We could be hard as hell. Like best of both worlds. We can do our hair, our makeup, our nails. Be motherly. Be a dominatrix in the bathroom. Be family oriented. I don't know. But then again, I have not experienced life as a male, so that's probably pretty awesome too. I'm pretty sure the men would agree being a man is awesome. But I don't know. I probably was like, hell nah, earth crazy. Send me as a woman. Okay, so this is 7reflections.com. You can put your name in, and it tells you what your name means. So it says, what does Jamisha mean? You are honest, benevolent, brilliant, often intuitive, full of high aspirations. You are courageous, honest, determined, original, and creative. You are a leader, especially for a cause. Sometimes you do not finish what you start, and you may leave details to others. I have learned that. I'm okay with delegating tasks now. I try to always do everything by myself, but everything isn't my forte. So if I have an idea and I can come up with a team to birth that idea, that's fine. I used to try to do it all on my own, but I'm breaking out of that. It's not that I don't want to finish what I start. I need to find the people to help me finish what I start. So anyways, and my sister has been a major part of that. So shout out Mona Nitra, love ya, millions to the moon and back. Okay. You can do well in a position of authority and prosper in intellectual and professional fields. You are bold, independent, inquisitive, and interested in research. Y'all, how does this 7reflections.com know that about me? If my friends call me and ask me what I'm doing, reading a book, researching this, I probably send them so much shit that they hate. Like, hey, go Jimmy, send me this shit again. It's just that, I don't know. I feel like I didn't read this for my fucking self. I'm supposed to share it with somebody. So let me just share it. And if it ain't for you, you'll share it, and it reach the person it's supposed to reach. But I don't know. I never keep it to myself. I am a sharer. That's crazy. And interesting research. You know what you want and why you want it. You're creative and outgoing. You're always looking for an opportunity to show your abilities, especially before an audience. You're very flexible and like to feel appreciated. You're looking for chances to mix with others socially and to communicate ideas. You like to talk and can easily relate to different cultures and concepts. Oh my God, y'all. What the fuck? I love to talk. What is this, y'all? A motherfucking podcast? Oh my God. And at work, let me tell y'all, we had this like engagement fair where we kind of look at the trends of missed opportunities and come up with PowerPoint presentation on how to do better and what different sources of information you can use to find those answers. I don't want to give out too much company info, so I'm trying to talk around it. But the first day of our meeting, everybody was there. The second day, nobody was there. The third day, a few people came out. The fourth day, nobody was there. I said, you know what? I took that shit home and did it by myself. And I'm used to this because of college. You'll be in a team of 5, do that whole paper by yourself, and they want to put their name on it. Say, what now? But that's fine. So the day before, me and the guy wanted to record it because he didn't just want it to be my voice. Well, he got tired of saying it. We had to do it like 3 times, and he got tired of it. So which one did they play? Mine. Now, I went home on my own time. I didn't get paid no overtime or nothing and did that. So, you know, sometimes people don't want to pay you for your worth, but I know who I am and I know what I could do. I know the type of hard worker I am. I know the dedication and what I can bring to the team. It's up to you to decide. You know, it's up to you to see my potential because I already know. And if it's not a good fit for you, then I can take my qualities elsewhere. Like, I have worked at so many companies, y'all. Don't ever be afraid of moving on to something else. Every time I move to another job, it's been bigger and better. I've never taken steps back. It's always been bigger and better. And just think about it. Just because you leave that company, you don't have to take that off your resume. And I still was there, and I still learned these skill sets. You can't take that from me. You took me to college, if you want to be honest. And that's what they don't do. They should give you college credits for the trainings that you get at these jobs. Because I worked at AT&T and learned high-speed internet. That's a motherfucking computer class. That's troubleshooting. I should definitely have technical support on my resume while you playing. But they want to code it as customer service. No, I was troubleshooting them damn modems. And these jobs don't give you, degrees for that. But that's okay. Let me go on and finish this. Let me go back. You know what you want and why you want it. You're creative and outgoing. You're always looking for opportunity to show your abilities, especially before an audience. You're very flexible and like to feel appreciated. You're looking for chances to mix with others socially and to communicate. You like to talk and can easily relate to different cultures and concepts. Remember when I said different perspectives? And I'm definitely getting some different cultures now. The biggest challenge for you is uncertainty. I do hate that, y'all. I was just talking to my best friend about dating and how, my favorite TV show is, I think it's called Black Mirror. And on one of those episodes, a couple was dating, and they met each other and they fell in love, but your watch would beep and you would have to go date somebody else. And it could be a week, it could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be a month. And they end up coming back to each other. And they were so depressed with all those other people, and they were so happy to get back to each other. And they end up escaping this virtual world, but it's kind of like the Twilight Zone. And I kind of feel like when you date, I just want to know who that person is. I don't want to be dating all these people. Who is the person? Like, you do learn stuff, and I learn your family and learn your kids and you, and I get comfortable with our routine and next. I don't like that shit. But, hey, that's a part of life. That uncertainty bothers me. You easily get bored. I do. You can move from one job to another. Did I just tell y'all that? You switch projects and lovers. Oh, my God. Now, I don't mean to switch lovers. But if it's not going to work and if it's not healthy, and I think for me, if there's no balance, I'm out. My number one struggle right now, there is no way in hell I'm going to go to work, because I'm very dedicated to my job. I'm going to be a boss. Multiple bosses. I'm going to work a 9 to 5 and have multiple streams of income on my own as well. There's no way I'm going to do all of that. Take care of the kids, come home, cook, help them with homework, wash the clothes, clean up, whoop-de-whoop with you, and do the shit all over again tomorrow, and all your ass did was clock in. It's a no for me. It's a hell fuck no for me. But, to each their own. And I don't want to down nobody or anything like that, but that's just a strong no for me. And again, I like balance. That might not be somebody else. And that's okay. It's okay. I mean that sincerely. So the next part is the high creative force can lead you either to happiness or unhappiness. So my high creative force can lead to happiness or unhappiness. I think I'm looking at that scale right now. If you understand your goals, if you can make major decisions in life and follow it directly and straight up without worry or uncertainty, you're able to achieve great heights. And that is true. I wanted a car. I saved up for my deposit. I told the people when to come. When they came, I got the car. Boom, boom, boom. If I just put a car on my vision board and don't save no money and don't click on the site and don't do nothing, I'll always be saying, I want a car, I want a car, I want a car. I literally have to push myself like, bitch, put the money in the bank. Bitch, call the people and do the appointment. Da, da, da. And what I learned from school, I do like pressure. I would wait. Like, my best friend be like, you didn't do your homework yet? It's Sunday before. Like, we will party Saturday. Okay, Sunday, I'm up all night. I got to midnight turning shit in. And it's a good type of pressure to where I'm not pulling my hair out, but I do some of my best work and it get done. And I was reading another book, and it did say there are two pressures. There's one pressure where you can be successful. It's something like your mind, adrenaline. It's almost like a rush, like a roller coaster ride, and you get things done. And then it's another one where things just are chaotic and fall apart. Mine's is getting done. So it gives you some other things, but I don't want to spend up too much time on that. But yeah, www.7reflections.com. Type in your name. It'll tell you about yourself. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to do another podcast because it's getting kind of long. What else I gotta go through? Well, I'm gonna just tell you the other things that I don't want to give out my project because I want to sell it. But so let me just tell you, because I got a few minutes left. You can go to astro.cafeastrology.com. You need to know your first and last name, your city and state of birth, and your time. This will pull up a birth chart for you. A birth chart is basically a snapshot of the constellations at your time and location of birth. Each planet has different characteristics and attributes. And if you were under a certain set of the planets in different houses, and there's so many other things that go into it, they build and mold you. And you'll start to figure out why you are the way you are And if you read it at first, it's going to confuse the fuck out of you. Okay? But just like when you started to walk, you was a little wobbly. As your legs got stronger, you running and skipping. It's the same way. It should blow your mind. You shouldn't get it off rip. I mean, you're a genius if you do. You know what I mean? Or you've been here before. Or, maybe that was in your past life. And you're remembering instead of learning. Because I think some people remember and some people learn. However, if you keep looking at it and keep listening to podcasts and keep doing YouTubes, and it'll start to make sense. So do not stress yourself. So that's one. Look up your favorite color. There's different websites that will tell you what your favorite color means. Look up your favorite number. It'll tell you what type of person you are based on your favorite number. You can go to electroenergies.com and you can figure out your Enneagram number. I'm a number 7, and that's the enthusiast. Like, everything comes back to me. Look up your life path number. I'm life path number 3. I'm a creative. Let me see if I could quickly read this. Life path number 3, for the few living on the negative side of life path, a 3 may be delightful with the joy of living, that the life becomes frivolous and superficial. You may scatter your abilities and express little sense of purpose. The 3 can be enigma for no apparent reason. You may become moody and tend to retreat. Escapist tendencies are not uncommon with 3 life paths, and you may find it very hard to settle into one place or one position. Guard against being critical of others, impatient, intolerant, or over-optimistic. If that ain't me to a T, y'all, I don't just want one job. Or to do a lot of things. I want to have a 9 to 5. I want to have a job. I want to have stocks and bonds. I want to have real estate. Like, I be looking at people like, that's all you want to do? I wish I had clones. I wish I had a clone in real estate right now. I wish I had a clone going to get her a PhD right now. I wish I had a clone that was married with kids right now. You know what I mean? I just want to be in a million places at once, and I can't. Oh, it's so frustrating. I'm very impatient. How does they know that a life path 3 is a person that's impatient? Critical of others. Like I said, I don't mean to be critical. I just see things differently, and I'm like, you can't see that? I'm almost shocked. Like, bruh. So I'm gonna just start just observing and not saying anything and just listening. I want to learn how to listen more, because I'm very opinionated. When you can't have an opinion for so long, you just become over opinionated, and I do want to work on that. You tend to retreat. My friend, Jamisha, I'm just checking on you. You good? Yeah, I pull back. Like, I used to be like a people pleaser. Like, what are you doing? What do you want to do? Okay. Yes. Now, fuck that. I want to stay home and read. I'm in the bed. I'm catching up on my shows. You can come over if you want to. Like, I don't please people anymore, but I'm learning to balance. Now, you can't just not be with your friends. They're not going to be your friends for long. So you have to make time for everybody in your life. And I hope I can find a partner that understands that. Like, I think sometimes people use each other because they're bored. So because you don't have nothing to do, you're trying to see what I'm doing so that you aren't bored. I'm fine. I'm reading, I'm researching, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm good. Put that shit on the calendar. When we gonna meet up or what we gonna do. But not know every split second because you're bored. You better go buy a PlayStation. Don't know PlayStation, Xbox coming out. Better go get you some games and play with them. Let's see. Moody. Yeah. If I'm in a mood, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I don't even want to say moody. I think empathic should take the place of that. Because if I'm looking at something on TV and let's say something very sad happens, I cry. Even if they aren't talking, if they're just looking at each other and the music in the verse, I don't know if it's the music or the tears or the energy, but I feel all the emotions. It's so bad if they're like killing and cutting each other off and screaming and stuff. I close my eyes and turn my head and squeeze my toes because I swear I'm like feeling all of that. So maybe I pick up moods and I need to learn how to protect myself more. Because I could be happy, and the next thing, leave me alone. We got a few more minutes. Go look up your numerology report. And I got this from, if I can get a website. Girl, I used up all my ink for this one. Girl or guy, whoever's listening, it printed out so many pages. Let me see how many pages it end up in. 69 pages. Oh, that's what happened. I should have did front and back. I just did front. Let's see. Do I have a website? Numerologist.com. I did have to pay for that one, but it's so worth it. And the last one is amazing. This one is a freebie. You can go to 16personalities.com and it will tell you what your personality type is. And I am a mediator, a INFP. I am a mediator. It tells you about how you would be as a parent, your strengths and weaknesses, how you are on the job, how you balance things. There's different reports that you can pull. Just start to do Google and just start to figure out stuff. What are your magical abilities? What do you dream about? What is your spiritual animal? I don't know. What was your past life? It's just so many things. Just make a whole book, journal about you. And then you can start applying that to your spouse or your kids or whoever and start to understand everybody else a bit more, because why? You learn yourself a bit more. So that's kind of where I am. I be ducked off. I just be doing my thing. I just be learning. So my birthday's coming up, 33, angel number. If you want to get me a gift, you can get me a book. I love books. You can get me one of the dummy books. I think they have a yoga and meditation one that I want to get. They have a chakra one. You can get me some crystals or tarot cards. Some journals. I just bought a phone. Get me a phone case. I don't really think I really care about too much anything else. I can get everything else. Okay, so that's about it. Thanks for tuning in and listening to another podcast. I'll try to do this more frequently. Once again, I've just been ducked off and learning and stuff and trying to plan this birthday party. The details will be coming out soon. So yeah. Thank you for listening once again. I hope you learned something. And until next time, bye. Thanks a million for listening. You can reach me on all my other social media platforms by visiting my Linktree, which is luv.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.